What if I told you there's one number in the NBA that doesn't always scream the loudest, but when you really study it, that number is tied to speed, vision, defense, leadership, toughness, and players who change the entire temperature of a game? That number is 5. Not 23, not 24, not 32. Number 5. A number worn by legends who didn't just score the ball, they controlled the game. They pushed the pace. They picked your pocket. They made teammates better. They turned defense into fast breaks. They protected the paint. They talked on defense. They brought championship energy. And they made winning feel like a rhythm. Today on Sports Stars Recap NBA, we're breaking down the modern relevance of jersey number 5, how a legend like Jason Kidd made it famous with passing, pace, and basketball IQ, how De'Aaron Fox carried that same speed and pressure identity in Sacramento, and how Kevin Garnett turned number 5 into fire, defense, leadership, and championship toughness in Boston. This isn't just about a jersey number. This is about what number 5 represents. Speed, passing, defense, pressure, toughness, leadership, and players who can flip a game before the other team even knows what hit them. Because number 5 is not locked into one position. Jason Kidd wore it as a point guard. De'Aaron Fox wore it as a point guard. Kevin Garnett wore it as a power forward and center. Different positions, different styles, same impact. Kidd beat you with vision. Fox beat you with speed. Garnett beat you with defense, energy, and pure intensity. So let's break it down. What does number 5 represent? When fans think about NBA jersey numbers, some numbers come with instant images. Number 23, greatness. Number 24, killer mentality. Number 32, magic, power, and dominance. But number 5 has a different kind of energy. Number 5 is not always about being the biggest scorer on the floor. It's about being the player who changes the way the game feels. It's the guard who sees the passing lane before it opens. The point guard who turns one rebound into a full court sprint. The defender who jumps the play before the ball handler gets comfortable. The big man who calls out the screen, rotates early, protects the rim, and makes everybody behind him believe. That's why this number matters. Because when number 5 is worn by the right player, it becomes more than fabric. It becomes a warning. If you blink, De'Aaron Fox is already at the rim. If you relax, Jason Kidd has already thrown the pass. If you drive soft, Kevin Garnett is already waiting at the basket. That is the hidden power of number 5. And now, starting at number 3, Kevin Garnett. The fire of number 5 at number 3, we have Kevin Garnett. He brings something completely different to this number 5 conversation. Jason Kidd made number 5 smart. De'Aaron Fox made number 5 fast. But Kevin Garnett made number 5 intense. When Garnett wore number 5 with the Boston Celtics, that jersey became connected to defense, leadership, toughness, and championship energy. KG was not a guard like Kidd or Fox. His position was mainly power forward, but he also played center, and earlier in his career he had the movement and skill of a small forward. That's what made him different. Garnett was a big man, but he thought the game like a point guard and defended like the whole court belonged to him. He could guard the post. He could switch on to smaller players. He could protect the rim. He could rebound. He could talk on defense. He could call out the play before it happened. That is why Garnett was not just a player. He was a defensive system. When KG stepped on the court, the whole team's energy changed. He clapped. He shouted. He pointed. He talked through every screen. He demanded effort from everybody. That is leadership. Not quiet leadership, loud leadership, championship leadership. Garnett's signature offensive move was the high post face-up jumper. He would catch the ball around the elbow, square up, jab step, read the defender, then rise into that smooth mid-range jumper. And for a big man, that was dangerous. If the defender backed up, KG shot over him. If the defender crowded him, KG attacked. If the help came, KG made the pass. That is one thing Kevin Garnett had in common with Jason Kidd. Different positions, same basketball IQ. Kidd saw the floor from the point guard spot. Garnett saw the floor from the front court. Kidd controlled the offense with passing. Garnett controlled the defense with his voice, timing, and rotations. And defensively, KG's signature move was the help side rotation and contest. He would see the drive coming early. A guard would get beat, the defense would bend, the crowd would rise, and then Garnett would slide over, meet the shot at the rim, and either block it, alter it, or make the player think twice the next time. That's elite defense. Sometimes a great defender doesn't have to block every shot. Sometimes he just makes you rush. much. Sometimes he makes you pass out, sometimes he makes you take a bad angle, sometimes he makes the paint feel closed before you even get there. That was Kevin Garnett. He made the court feel smaller, and that helped the Celtics win games. KG's defense was not just about one-on-one stops, it was about team defense. He made guards fight harder over screens. He made wings rotate faster. He made bigs talk louder.
Question 1. Which skill makes Jalen Suggs so valuable to Orlando? A. Post scoring. B. Defensive pressure. C. Low post footwork. D. Hook shots. Take a moment. You've got 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. Defensive pressure. Question 2. What is Jalen Suggs' signature defensive move? A. Chase down windmill block. B. Post up body bump. C. Jump the lane steal. D. Skyhook contest. Lock it in, the clock is moving. The correct answer is C. Jump the lane steal.
Landing at number 2 is De'Aaron Foxant. The speed of number 5 De'Aaron Fox is where the number 5 conversation gets electric. Fox became known for wearing number 5 with the Sacramento Kings, and that version of Fox was one of the fastest guards the NBA had ever seen. His position? Point guard. But don't just say point guard like it's simple. Fox is not a slow it down, walk the ball up, call every play type of point guard. Fox is a downhill attacker. He's the guard who catches the ball, scans the floor for half a second, and then suddenly he's already past the first defender. His speed is his superpower. Some players are quick, some players are fast. Fox is different. Fox plays like the floor is tilted downhill. He doesn't just run fast, he changes pace fast. That's the part defenders hate. He'll come off a screen slow, almost like he's waiting. Then one hesitation, one left-handed burst, and the defender is behind him reaching for air. His signature move is the left-hand hesitation drive into the floater or layup. He rocks the defender. He freezes the big. He gets 2 feet in the paint. Then he either floats it, finishes high off the glass, or wraps the pass to the corner. That move is deadly because it forces the defense to make a decision. Step up, Fox drops it to the big. Stay back, Fox scores. Help from the corner, Fox finds the shooter. Reach, Fox gets to the line. And when the game gets tight, Fox has another layer. Clutch shot making. Fox built a reputation as one of the NBA's most dangerous late-game guards. He doesn't always need a complicated play. Sometimes the best play is simple. Give Fox the ball. Clear the side, let him attack. That's where number 5 felt dangerous in Sacramento. Because Fox didn't just wear the number. He gave it speed. He gave it swagger. He gave it fourth quarter pressure. And defensively, Fox has another connection to the number 5 identity. He has quick hands. His nickname Swippa fits perfectly because when he's locked in defensively, he can swipe the ball clean before the offensive player even realizes it's gone. His signature defensive move is the back tap steal. A ball handler thinks he has Fox beat. Fox stays attached to the hip. Then, just when the player gathers, Fox reaches from behind and knocks the ball loose. That is elite guard defense. Not always about blocking shots. Not always about being the strongest player. Sometimes it's about timing, speed, and hands. And Fox has that. Now, when you compare him to Jason Kidd, the difference is clear. Kidd was the chess master. Fox is the lightning strike. Kidd controlled the game with patience. Fox pressures the game with speed. Kidd could throw a pass before the camera even caught the cutter. Fox collapses the defense by attacking the paint over and over. But here's what they have in common. Both make teammates better by forcing the defense to react. That's the key. Kidd did it with passing angles. Fox does it with rim pressure. And when a point guard forces the entire defense to shift, that's when winning basketball opens up. That's how shooters get open. That's how big men get lobs. That's how transition points happen. That's how games swing. Fox's game is built for the modern NBA because speed is more valuable than ever. Teams want to play fast. They want early offense. They want guards who can attack before the defense gets organized. Fox is that. He can turn a defensive rebound into a layup in 3 seconds. He can split a pick and roll before the help defender takes 2 steps. He can pressure the rim even when everybody in the building knows he wants to drive. That is special, and that's why his number 5 era matters. Because Fox showed that number 5 could be modern, explosive, and clutch. Took the crown at number #1, Jason Kidd, the legend who made #5 mastermind of the game. We have the legend himself, Jason Kidd. When you talk about number 5 in NBA history, Jason Kidd is one of the first names that has to come up. Kidd wore number 5 with the New Jersey Nets, and that number became part of his identity. The Nets later retired his number 5 jersey, and that tells you everything about what he meant to the franchise. Jason Kidd wasn't just a point guard, he was a system. He was the engine. He was the pace, the vision, the defense, the rebounding, and the leadership all in one player. His position was point guard, but he played the position like a coach on the floor. Before the NBA became obsessed with pace and space, Kidd was already playing fast. He would grab the rebound himself, turn up the floor, and throw a pass that looked impossible until it landed perfectly in a teammate's hands. That was his signature move. The full court hit-ahead pass. Kidd didn't need to dribble 15 times to create offense. He would look up once, see a teammate sprinting, and launch the ball like a quarterback throwing a touchdown. That pass changed games. Why? Because it rewarded teammates for running. It created easy baskets. It made the defense panic, and it turned the Nets into one of the most exciting teams of his era. But Kidd was not just flash. He was substance. He rebounded like a forward, defended like a stopper, passed like a genius, and controlled tempo like a veteran before he even got old. His defense was elite because he understood angles. He wasn't always the fastest guard on the floor, especially later in his career, but he was almost always one of the smartest. His signature defensive move was the anticipation steal. Kidd didn't gamble just to gamble. He read the play. He knew when the ball handler wanted to reverse the ball. He knew when the big man was about to make the lazy outlet pass. He knew when a young guard was about to pick up the dribble and panic. Then Kidd stepped in and took it. That's what separated him from regular point guards. He didn't just react to the game, he predicted it. And when you compare Kidd to Fox and Garrett, you can see the evolution of number 5. Kidd is the original blueprint. He made number 5 about basketball IQ. Fox made number 5 about speed and clutch attack. Garrett represents the defensive pressure version of that same guard Dina. All three are different. Kidd was the commander. Fox was the blur. Garrett is the defender machine. But all three share something important. They affect winning without needing to play the same style. Kidd could finish with 12 points and still be the best player on the floor because he controlled every possession. Fox can finish with 30 and make every defender feel like they spent the night chasing a shadow. Garrett can finish with 4 steals, 2 blocks, and a handful of winning plays that don't always show up in a highlight title but absolutely show up in the final score. That is the beauty of basketball. The same number can mean different things depending on who wears it, and number 5 is not just about scoring. It is about impact. It is about pressure. It is about intelligence. It is about winning the possession before the box score understands what happened. Jason Kidd made number 5 legendary because he showed that a point guard could dominate without being a scoring machine. He made passing cool. He made rebounding from the guard spot valuable. He made defense part of the show. He made teammates better just by being on the court. That is why he sits at number 1. Because when you look at the legacy of number 5, Kidd is the standard.
Question 3. What is De'Aaron Fox's nickname? A. The Glove. B. The Mailman. C. Swippa. D. Big Ticket. 1 play, 1 answer, 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. Swippa. Question 4. What made Jason Kidd's number 5 legacy so powerful? A. His full court passing and leadership. B. His post hook shot. C. His center style shot blocking. D. His dunk contest wins. Don't waste this moment. You've got 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. His full court passing and
So So when we compare these three players, this is what the number 5 story really looks like. Jason Kidd is the legend, the point guard who made number 5 about vision, defense, rebounding, and leadership. De'Aaron Fox is the modern speed version, the point guard who turned number 5 into a fast break warning sign, attacking the paint with elite speed and late game confidence. Kelvin Garrett is the old school pressure defender, the defensive engine who brings energy, toughness, and winning plays every time he steps on the floor. Kidd beats you with the pass, Fox beats you with the burst, Garrett beats you with the pressure. Kidd sees the play early, Fox gets there before help arrives. Garrett is the rim protector, that's the difference. But the common thread is simple, they all impact winning, and that is what number 5 represents. Not just highlights, winning habits. The steal that starts the run, the pass that creates the dunk, the drive that collapses the defense, the possession where a guard controls everything without forcing anything. That is the hidden power of jersey number 5. And in today's NBA, that legacy is still alive. It just looks faster, more athletic, more defensive, more modern. But the message is the same. When the right guard wears number 5, the game changes. So now I want to hear from you. Who owns the strongest number 5 legacy? Is it Jason Kidd, the Hall of Fame floor general? Is it De'Aaron Fox, the speed king who made defenses panic? Or is Kelvin Garrett building defense, toughness, and with the Boston Celtics? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you think jersey numbers still matter in the NBA, smash that like button, subscribe to SportsStar's Recap NBA, and turn on notifications because we're breaking down more hidden jersey legacies, more player comparisons, and more countdowns that connect NBA legends to today's stars. And before you go, click the next video on the screen because if you liked this one, you'll want to see which NBA jersey number has the most dangerous guards in league history. This is SportsStar's Recap NBA, and we'll catch you in the next one.